Hi there. Welcome to another one of my Own Your Expertise interviews. I'm Emily Crookston, owner and decider of all things at the Pocket PhD. I'm the ghostwriter for Rebels, Renegades, and Mavericks, and I love helping experts with big ideas get their ideas out of their heads and into the hands of their fans. Today, I'm sitting down with Corinna vanGerwen. Corinna is the founder and lead stylist of Canada's only gift styling studio. I'm super excited to talk to her because I really love what she does. I think you guys will love it as well. So Corinna, thanks for speaking with me. Would you like to tell us a little bit more about who you work with and what you do?
Thank you so much for having me, Emily. I'm really excited. I am, as you say, as far as I know, Canada's only gift stylist. It is a job that I made up, and I work with mostly PR and marketing agencies to elevate their outreach to the media and influencers. And I have recently started working with small business owners as well to take some of the tactics that they use to for their own businesses to try to market themselves and grow their businesses. Gift styling is what that looks like is I wrap presents. That's very basically that's what it is. But I do it strategically and for specific purposes. So for marketing and PR agencies, typically that looks like they will send out, they have a product for a brand that they need to, that they're launching, that they're trying to get into magazines, onto blogs, noticed on Instagram, and they'll send out packages to very key influencers and key media journalists, writers, editors. And in order to get those people get so much mail that it's important to make that those packages stand out. And that's where I come in. I create these gorgeous, and I have to remind myself to say that it is actually next level gift wrapping, because people, anytime I talk to someone who knows my work, they're like, it's not just wrapping. There's more to it, because it is the packages are very specifically styled so that they represent the brand, whether that be in colors or the look, the types of materials that we're choosing. And they're also impeccably put together so that it's really an experience when you receive them. There's sort of this moment of like, what is this? Even if it's the most simple paper and ribbon.
Cool. That's so fun. Yeah, I really liked how you describe it as the experience of unwrapping. I think on your website you talk about how, when you get a gift, it's tactile. It involves so many of your senses. You're smelling the paper, you're seeing the paper, you're feeling it in your hands, and how much it's
Yeah,
an experience to unwrap a gift. And I can see
exactly.
the value for the PR groups that you're talking about, where you get so much mail and it's like, oh, another lipstick from another
Exactly.
makeup brand. But if it's in a package, you're like, oh, what, you're wondering what it is. And yeah, I could see that being
And
really
it's,
valuable.
I think with everything being so digital right now, people really forget how valuable that tactile experience can be.
Yeah.
It's very much, it brings you to the here and now, and you
Mm.
really relate to this thing. And in best case scenario, you end up creating an impression that lasts for a long time. I used to be an editor at magazines, and there's some packages that I received that I still remember. And this is from like 15 more years ago. I'm going to date myself.
Right.
Right? Like I can still remember receiving them. I still remember what was in them. And sometimes it's the package that they were presented in that really made them stand out.
Mm.
And there's it, PR marketing is all about building relationships
Mhm.
and making a connection, being memorable. And if you can do that with a package that people receive, like really getting at that sort of visceral reaction, like, wow, that's gold.
Cool. So you talked about your PR background, communications background, but why don't you describe your path to becoming the expert you are today?
Yeah, so I have always been obsessed with paper. I collect pieces of it. I still have pieces that I found when I was in high school and carted them with me to every house that I've ever lived in. And I just every paper tells a different story. And I just, the tactileness of it, the colors, the texture, and this really speaks to me. So I've always really loved paper. I've had an arts upbringing, gone to art schools all my life. And one of my creative outlets has been gift wrapping. So my gifts that I would give to friends and family got more and more elaborate, more and more particular to each specific person. Okay, what colors do they like? What style do they like? And this eventually turned into a blog. And then I got fired, like most most people do when they start out on their own. I got fired from the job I had at the time. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm taking this blog, I'm turning this into a business. And there was a lot of trial and error in figuring out who my audience was and what I would be selling them, figuring out how to make it a viable business and actually make an income and a living from it. And it sort of all came together when I realized, you know what, I have experience with, as an editor, I received all these gifts. I had worked at a PR agency for a little bit, so I had been on both sides of sending and receiving these packages. And I was like, oh, they send stuff all the time. These are the people that I can help. I understand their business. I understand how gift styling can help them elevate their media outreach. And that was that.
Yeah.
I found my niche, and I really enjoy working with the people that I work with. And I'm really excited about now bringing that to small business owners. I've launched a course and doing monthly sessions where have just brainstorming sessions, helping people, like I say, use those big brand tactics for their small businesses. For small businesses, gifting can serve a different purpose, say, for example, for coaching businesses. With service businesses, there's a lot of opportunities to use gifting as part of the client experience and the customer journey. So either a welcome gift. I know a design agency that does websites, and they send a welcome package to all their clients that includes a notebook, a pen, a little enamel pin. And it's this beautiful package that they've put together that really sort of brings their clients in, says, we're in this together. We're here to help you. You're part of our family now. So that's just one example. I know a lot of coaches, particularly if they're doing VIP days, will have a gift, or even if they have a workbook or something, that workbook could be presented as a gift to really, again, create that experience.
So one of the thoughts I had when I was thinking about your stuff is, I wonder how many people think, oh, it's just wrapping, or is it, why does it have to be so special? Why does it have to be so thought out? So I think that's probably requires from you some amount of translating, translating your expertise for others. So I'd love to know how you kind of, pitch it to others or show people the value there.
So I think one of the reasons why I've worked so much with PR and marketing agencies is because they understand the value of presentation. And bringing that to small businesses, sort of teaching them that it does matter, that it's the same as showing up in a business meeting in your sweats. If you're not an athletic brand, if you're an athletic brand, maybe that's appropriate. Right?
Sure.
So it's aligning your presentation with what your brand is.
Well, Corinna, thank you so much for taking this time with me today. I really enjoyed the conversation.
Thank you.
Yeah, please tell everybody where they can find you online.
So online, my website is CorinnaVanGerwen.com. If you go CorinnaVanGerwen.com/brainstorm, then you can find the free monthly brainstorming sessions. Thank you so much.